Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakal Kadash, and want to give all praises also to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who have been teaching us truth and sincerity as I am looking at more headlines here. Bashar al-Assad meets with a Russian delegation after the recent U.S.-led airstrikes. So that's one of the highlights here. And unlike the last video, I think I have a way I could make those videos play, but nonetheless, though. So you can see Bashar al-Assad about to meet there. And you can best believe Russia's not going to let this go unpunished. So this will not be left unpunished, you know. And, so there's U.S. and U.K. And France hit Syria after an alleged chemical weapons attack. Of course, video's breaking up here, but I think I have a way of getting them to play, you know, on something that's just not high frequency. Anyhow, so you can see in their meeting. Of course, this was all a fabrication. You can see the Syrians gathering in support of Bashar al-Assad, because pretty much they had thwarted the enemy's attack this weekend, and I'll show you how that was. Alright, so there's that going on, and then I got some other things here. Oh, remember how I told you that they were going to do a false flag event? Well, check this one out. ISIS threatens to bomb New York subway in new propaganda poster. So again, they want to try to convince you that the ISIS group is still there and that they need to do more airstrikes against ISIS in Syria. You know, so that's where they're going with this. You know, because they're going to do a false flag in New York. They're teleprompting you. They're telling you their vision, which is what television is. They tell you their vision. A new propaganda poster uploaded to the messaging platform of Israeli state, because that's what it really is. Formerly, ISIS has threatened to bomb New York City subway. So we know this is a Mossad planned operation, false flag, for the next strikes in Syria. The poster shows a man dressed as a tourist wearing a rucksack into New York's High Street Brooklyn Bridge subway station. A bomb with a timer is placed on the ground behind him. You will not expect where we will attack. So again, they're teleprompting you that there's going to be a false flag in New York or somewhere else. You know, they just because they put that poster up there, they want you to make believe that Assad didn't get rid of the terrorists, right? And of course, you know, now that the United States has been the Air Force for ISIS, they have more grounds now, you know. So there was something else up here that I thought was interesting. Yeah, even Alex Jones is reporting about the claims of irrefutable evidence Syrian chemical weapons attack was a staged event. You know, so he is reporting on that. But I thought there was something else that was interesting here. That's still up here. Yeah. This is from Syrian Girl. We heard that Trump didn't eat the chocolate cake while bombing Syria this time, unlike last year, so he made a cake full of U.S. missiles shot down. Taste the failure. So we can even zoom in on that. I think this is kind of funny. You know. Because remember what I said before, it was a complete failure. Anyhow, I think I can now try to get the video. So I'm going to try to get the video of Rupley, you know, that I saw, you know, where these missiles were failing. Okay, Shalom, I just found it, but here's some of the footage of these missiles being shot down by Russian air defenses. This is a complete failure. So what they're going to try to do is stage another false flag, as I had already spoken of in previous videos, to convince you that the ISIS group is there. But we, the elect, we're not falling for this shit, you know. All right, I'll get something else here because this kingdom is definitely divided against itself. And here's another tweet. White helmets didn't listen to him because they all live in California where they shoot their stage scenes for Netflix documentaries. No white helmet lives in Syria. So, again, you know as well as I do that they don't even live in Syria. The White Helmets is nothing more than a Hollywood production, just like I had stated before. Shalom. Okay, Shalom, there's more headlines here. Western hawks come to roost in Syria, but will Trump torpedo the coalition? Well, of course he's going to say, yeah, we need a coalition in Syria, so there won't be any more chemical weapons used, right? Grasping tensions causes bail in Syria. Major Western powers appear anxious for a military showdown, but many allies have declined to join the war party. Will others follow? What is it about springtime that brings out the worst side of the West's neoconservative pro-war faction? Well, it's the war and fraction of Esau, the so-called white man who loves destruction. He's a warmonger. War is in his heart, and yeah, he seems to want to bring it out more so than, well, pretty much than anyone else. On March 20, 2003, a coalition made up of the U.S., UK, Australia, and Poland opened a military campaign against Iraq. On March 19, 2011, the U.S., UK, France led a NATO charge attack against Libya. And now here we are in early April, and the usual suspects are rearing their ugly heads for yet another regime change, this time in Syria. So just like AMTV told you, just like we had brought it out before, that pretty much what's happening is, of course, this place is divided against itself. The alternative media believes that they can stop this, but there's no stopping this. This is what Esau is made for. Pretty much this thing's going to escalate. Yeah, I'm just scrolling down here a little bit. I don't see anything newer. These are old here, but pretty much though, what they did attack was a medical facility, but they want to call it science research lab. All right, let me get some scriptures. Matthew chapter 12, verse 25. Knowing their thoughts, he said unto them, Every kingdom divided itself is laid waste, and no city or house divided against itself will stand. And if Satan casts out Satan, he is divided against himself. How then will his kingdom stand? And we are seeing this big time, with the opposition here in Babylon the Great, and all around the world. They're burning the flag. I threw away the flags a long time ago. I don't have anything that's pro-America because I hate this fucking place. And that was even before I came into this truth, when I just realized, man, I ain't a part of this. Fuck this place. Fuck America. So, this place will be laid waste, and that's what the scriptures tell us over and over again, is that this city shall become desolate. They shall hate the whore and burn her with fire. And, there's protests all over. I'll get you some of them so you can see some of this shit. It's amazing. And this is a great time to rejoice. We're just kicking back and relaxing while all these other Edomites are losing control. Alex Jones didn't just lose control in that one part, but he is losing control altogether because he thought he was going to be able to use InfoWars to try and stop this. He thought that Donald Trump was going to try to stop this, and he's still trying to hold on to stretch Christianity, and that is dead. Hold on, let me show you this. Shalom, it looks like I did find better footage of these defenses. So we'll look at that, and we'll see the protests from all around the world over this. Guaranteed, this kingdom of Esau, the so-called white man, is not going to stand much longer. It is divided against itself. See, there we go, taken out. And this is what I saw in Rupley. Rupley had probably the best coverage, even better than the Syria news coverage, which I was surprised about that, but they just happen to have a better camera angle. But of course, we know that Ripley is in Syria, so you can see though that, and then there's the plumes of smoke where it got shot out. And, I had pretty much watched this all the way till it became morning time there in Damascus. Pretty much they held off the enemy's attacks. Yes, there were places hit, but not as severe if all of them made their targets. So they're gearing up for the next false flag. Make no mistake about it, and they're going to try to convince you that ISIS did these things, and so that way they can do a coalition against ISIS, which is bullshit. So, as you can tell, though, they pretty much, are saying long live Assad, And, of course, like everything else, though, we know that this will escalate.
What do you say to that?
I mean, since 2013, they've been saying the same in Syria. They've been, Syria is not just a conflict. It's so many groups involved. So these airstrikes, they might look limited to them, but...
Alright, well, Esau's fucking with us because they're trying to clean up the internet of the protests, but there's been protests all around the world, Shalom, and I just, the person said that it's prolonging the war. He's breaking up the stream because he doesn't want this on there. So, fuck Esau. We already know that pretty much your kingdom's about to fall. They are against you, and you're only the 1%, Amalek, and your kingdom's about to be destroyed. And with that, I'm going to say, Brakatah.
These strikes were launched without an